Hey everybody, this is Laurie. I'm going to show you a few things about finding permalinks for your articles. Also, a couple of things about APA formatting, especially for Microsoft 365. So I am going to turn myself off and you are seeing my screen where I have my assignment. I've picked a topic you guys don't have the option of, opioid abuse in teenagers. I'm going to start with PubMed. So I've already opened PubMed and I found an article I want to use. So voila, quickly there. And remember that we want to make sure we find permalinks that show your instructor where the article came from. So while I'm in PubMed, I can see the banner here. I want to make sure I choose this as the URL. And it is okay in APA if you change the link at the end because of your instructor, okay, whatever they've given you as instructions. So this article, the citation for APA, I can see that it's APA right here on the bottom corner, is very close to being correct, not 100%. I'm going to do a copy, Control C to copy it, and take it back to my article or my assignment. And I've hit enter between the numbers, the questions, so I have some space to work. And I have pasted it in. Remember, this DOI is not really useful to tell your instructor where it came from. So I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to go back to PubMed. I'm going to grab the one here at the top. Let me make this go away. So I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to Control C that. I'm going to take it back to my assignment. There's a little trick if you're using Edge. Instead of Control V, is Control Shift V if you're in Edge. So if you only do Control V, it gives you the title of the page and not the URL, like as a web page. So when I hit enter, it activates it. So it is a link. All right. And you can see the word PubMed, so you know where it came from. Now, this is not formatted correctly yet. Like I said, I'm in Office 365. All the formatting I need to do is down here on the three dots for more options. I'm going to click that, go to the bottom for paragraph options, choose double space, and choose hanging over here for special. So this is very similar to what you do in Word. There's a video I have on your page that shows you how to do that for Word, how to format and hanging indent. Now, this is not a font that is approved for APA, so I'm just going to change it to Times New Roman 12, which is the standard. Okay. So the other thing I was going to show you, this is kind of like APA 2.0, but this title of the journal, the journal article title should be in sentence case. And unfortunately, there's no easy way to do this other than to go through and make it almost like you're writing a sentence where only proper nouns and the first word are capitalized. If there's some punctuation, you can keep the next word capitalized after punctuation. But like I said, unfortunately, there's no quick and easy way to do it. You just have to kind of go through and manually change that to make it sentence case. This journal is correct with the capital P and the italics, right? So we have one for PubMed. And you will need to obviously make sure to keep an eye on that date because you want only things within the last 5 years. The next one is ProQuest Nursing and Allied Health. And I have that open as well. And I've already picked an article for it. And I can see here at the top that I am in the database. And I say this because sometimes when you click an article from the list, it may kick you out of the database into another credible source. But I know that I am still in the database. It still says Rowan-Cabarrus in the top middle. It still says all this database information on the left. So I am where I need to be. Now, remember, we have the tools on the right, including the cite button. Click the cite button. It defaults to APA. So I'm going to copy and paste that. And also at the end of this, there is something that looks like it might be close to correct, but we're going to make sure and change that so we know our instructor knows that we use the database. So I'm going to click here under number 3, And again, it is not formatted correctly. I'm going to do that first because it bothers me. So I'm going to go ahead and do the 3 dots, paragraph options, double space, hanging indent. Okay. It looks so teeny tiny. I'm going to go make sure over here that my font is the correct size. Times New Roman 12. And the only thing I need to do is fix this DOI because it is not exactly correct. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to go back to my article. I'm going to X out here, and we can copy the URL here with this button, or we can go under all options and we can grab the URL here at the top of this one too. So there's a couple ways to do it to make sure we get back to our article, make sure our instructor can go back to the article. Whenever I highlighted it, it copied to my clipboard, so I'm going to close that. I'm going to click back here and just simply paste it here. And when I hit enter, it makes it live. Now, if I'm not sure that this is going to work, I can always click on it and test it. So I have this article open once at the top, and when I click it again, it will open it again. So I have 2 tabs with the same article because I just opened it again to make sure it worked, and it did. So that is a good link for your instructor to make sure that they can get back to your article. And we can do the same thing again for the health and medical collection. I've already opened one for you there, or I've opened the list, and I've already filtered it over here on the left side. Remember, we have to choose our years. Oh, I should probably go ahead and choose full text too. Let me do that. And it held my years. It has full text. So I am going to pick one and full text. And I'm going to choose my cite button. And here it is. This looks more like a trade journal than a scholarly journal. Could have picked a little better. Gonna do the same thing, copy and paste. Gonna make sure I format it correctly. And double space, hang an indent. You know, you get the idea. You're just going to do this for all 6 articles. Make sure everything is correct and make sure we can get back with this URL. Now, this is the one that came with the citation. Let's just see what happens if I put it up here in my... Oh, it did. It went right back to it. Okay, so you can test what's in the citation button. You can replace it to make sure it works. But either way, you want to make sure that you test it. All right. Well, I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, you can email me. Also, check the information on the page and check the article or check the video about formatting if you're using the download version of Word. That'd be more helpful for you about formatting. There's also all that information about APA that is on the tab that's attached to that research guide. Y'all have a good week.